Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. For years now, people have been setting up a little contest between crypto and gold. But that's like comparing a truck with an SUV. They both carry stuff and travel from A to B, but they do different jobs. Gold's job is to keep the value of your money safe and preserve its value. And since Ukraine and the oil and inflation crisis, it's done a brilliant job compared to other stocks and investments. So if you're worried about what's going on right now, and who isn't, just talk to an expert at Noble Gold about precious metals IRAs for your retirement. They'll put you straight on your options and hold your hand through the entire setup process. And this month, for any qualified IRA, you'll get an incredible 3-ounce America Virtue coin completely free as a thank you. Call 877-646-5347 now to find out more, or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. So, man, this weekend, it's Monday morning, and this weekend has showered upon us so many gifts. Where do I start? Well, let me start with the double agent elephant in the room. Shall I? And who I'm talking about? You know her. You can't stand her. One of the 4 whores of the apocalypse, Ilhan, the double Somali agent, Omar. What has she done? Thankfully, we haven't heard from her in a long time, but she's back for saying some more weird shit. Now, I might surprise you on this one, people, because I kind of agree not with what she's saying, the words that came out of that hole under her nose, but her point, part of her point. So what happened was, there was this Christian group that was on a plane, and the footage that we have, it just starts in the middle of the song or whatever. And there's a guy with an acoustic guitar, and he's standing up in the middle of the aisle playing. So either they haven't taken off yet, or they're up in the air, and they've taken off the fasten seatbelt sign. I think they're already flying. But anyway, the guy's playing an acoustic guitar, and they're singing a gospel song, a Christian song. And Omar, she puts on her Twitter, she says, well, maybe my family and I should do a prayer song next time we fly, and we'll see how that goes, see how that ends. Implying that because she's Muslim, they might be hurt or something else because they're doing a Muslim prayer, and the Christian prayers are accepted because they're Christian, but ours aren't accepted because we're Muslim. Well, she's being a little willfully ignorant there, because we have a history with Muslims and airplanes, don't we? Since she doesn't want to talk about it, I will. We don't have a history of people singing This Little Light of Mine on an acoustic guitar and then everything blowing up. We do have a history of someone yelling out a Muslim prayer and then everything blowing up. So that might be why people feel a little differently about your prayer song versus the Christian prayer song. Let's not play stupid, okay? We have a little bit of history with Muslims and airplanes, all right? Let's keep it real. So for that part, I don't agree. I think that's dumb. Don't act like because you're Muslim, something's going to happen to you. Because in airports, not all airports, I don't think, maybe they do, but in some airports, they do have prayer areas for Muslim people. So this is nothing new. It's not like, oh, Muslims on the plane? Yeah, we know that happens. You have prayer areas in the airport. Now, would that put people at ease if you started singing some Muslim prayers on the plane? Probably not. Remember the history that I mentioned? People might feel a little bit differently about that, okay? But where I kind of agree with her, I guess, is that, well, I can't say I agree with her because her point's stupid. But what I am saying is, I can see why people wouldn't want people singing religious music on an airplane, because everybody on that airplane might not be a part of that religion, or might not support that religion, or might not be religious at all. I think that it's not right for people to stand up in the airplane like that and start singing Christian music. Don't stand up on the airplane and start singing any music. Just like the people on the subway, you're a captive audience. They know you got to sit there and listen to them. But I don't care if people get pissed off. If we can't have a discussion about this and you're going to get mad because I'm saying something about Christian music, Peace out. But it's very understandable how people might be uncomfortable or might not want people to stand up in the aisles and start singing Christian music. I get it. This is an airplane. It's not a park. There's no stage here. Sit your ass down until the plane ends. Then when you get out of the airport, or maybe even in the airport, you can start singing your music again. But on the plane, I can understand how people would have a problem with that. I grew up in a Christian church. I might even have a problem with that. Hey, what are you doing? You're making people uncomfortable. Everybody doesn't agree with what you're talking about. And again, this is an airplane. This isn't an open mic. This isn't some poetry night where you can just get up here and say what you want. It's an airplane. All right, sit down. Wait till you get where you're going. Do what you want. But everybody on the plane doesn't want to hear that shit. That is where I have a problem with what they did. Because this isn't the place for it. I don't know any other way to say it. And I'm not shitting on anybody's religion, but in the middle of a flight is probably not the right place for you to get up and start singing the music of your denomination. Because there are some denominations out there, everybody don't agree with them. It can be all about peace and happiness and love and all that good stuff, but this isn't the place for it, and I might not believe in that. I might have a different religion or none at all. You need to respect that. But to say simply because you're a Muslim, bad shit's going to happen to you, or people aren't going to want to hear it, that's not right. It's not that you're Muslim, and don't ignore the history that we have with Muslims and airplanes. Don't be willfully ignorant. That's stupid. We can't talk about the issue. We can't squash the issue if we're not being truthful. And to sit up there and act like, Muslims, airplanes? We've never seen this before. Don't be stupid. Ilhan Omar, you Somali double agent. And I still believe that. I believe she's doing the work of her imam. They tell her what to say, what to support, and that's what she does. She represents an area called Little Mogadishu. Because there's a whole bunch of fucking Somali immigrants that come here. Most of them are Muslim. So I believe she's doing the work of whoever is in charge of the mosque that she goes to, not her own. I don't trust her. And I don't like the fact that you would come here being rescued by the United States. And I'm not saying you can't come here and have an opinion. That's one of the beauties about this country. You can have an opinion of the federal government or state government, and nobody's going to come and harm you or take you away. But to spit in the face of this country and act like it's a racist piece of shit is wrong, because what you can do is hop on a flight. Since we're talking about planes, you can take one back home and stay there. And see what kind of political power you wield there. See what happens to you back home. Because if this country is so bad, why are you here? You're not going to change it. So why are you here? Why are you wallowing in despair? Go back home. The culture and the customs that you grew up knowing and loving. You're comfortable there. You're back home. Oh, you don't want to go there. Because for some of the shit you say, they probably, and shut your ass up and get over there and go to work. But I don't believe that people have the right to stand up on an airplane and start singing religious music. That's not the setting for it. Sorry, I said it. Love me or hate me. But I don't think that's right. I wouldn't want to sit there on a flight and listen to that. If I want to hear music, I'll put my earbuds in. I'll pay the exorbitant amount of money that you charge people to get headphones or tap into the Wi-Fi or whatever. That's what I'll do. Other than that, everybody sit your ass down. Be respectful of people's space and privacy. Keep it down. Let's get where we're going. Because we've all paid way too much money for the seats that we're sitting in, especially with fuel costs the way they are. But that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section, people, okay? But before I get up out of here, I have to remind you, with all that's happening in the world right now, it's no wonder you're worried. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And that's why you need the certainty of gold and silver in your investments. Precious metals will keep you safe from inflation and the financial turmoil. And this month, for every qualified IRA, you'll get an incredible 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin, completely free as a thank you. You know what to do. Call 877-646-5347 now to find out. Or to get more info, visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to jerichogreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.